What's good, everybody? It's Joe, and I'm coming back at y'all with another video. So for this video here, the idea for this video stemmed from a quote that I came across. And I have this quote here for you guys. So here's the exact quote that was said. I believe there are better basketball players than Michael Jordan, but the world will never know them because they lack self-discipline. So this is not a basketball argument. This is not a basketball debate. So if that's what you thought that quote meant, then already this message is probably going way over your head. What this quote is saying is that there are so many people that are great, that have the potential to be great, but these people, for whatever reason, decided not to pursue their gift or not pursue what they were actually great at, to see where they can go, how far they can take it if they decided to live up to their full potential, right? Even someone like Michael Jordan, in a lot of people's eyes, is one of the, if not the greatest basketball player who's ever lived. Even he himself, when he was a kid and a teenager, right, in his early years, his older brother, who was better than him at basketball, wore number 45. And so the reason why Michael Jordan wore number 23 is because 23 is the closest number that's half to 45. But he wore 23 because he believed that he would be okay at basketball if he was even half as good as his older brother. Yet, majority of the population don't even know Michael Jordan's older brother's name. One of the greatest, if not the greatest basketball player who ever lived, wishes that he was only half as good as his older brother at the game of basketball. But we don't know his older brother. That is what we mean. There are so many people out there who's capable of doing or accomplishing great things, yet they're afraid or fearful to take that leap. They're afraid to put their best foot forward and push forward and see what they could be if they live their life to the greatest potential. If they decided to do more and become more and bring out the best version of themselves, to see how far they'll take you. People are more comfortable. I don't want to use the word content, but people are more comfortable with just living life, living an average life. And if you're someone who wants to live an average, normal life, there's nothing wrong with that if that's your dream, right? But there are people who currently are living an average life, who want to pursue more, who want to be more, but they're comfortable with where they're at because it doesn't require more of them. It doesn't require them to change anything. And so it's easier to be comfortable if you're familiar with everything rather than trying to become more and pursue more and push forward. Because when you become more, you'll achieve more. You'll be in a space that you haven't been before because you've become someone you haven't been before. And that can be scary. That can be daunting because you don't know what that looks like. You've never been there. But that's okay, right? Because when you're trying to live up to your full potential, when you're trying to do the things you've always wanted to do and become the person that you've always wanted to become, then you're living life to your fullest potential. There's no longer the what if. It's easy to go through your life and live your entire life wondering what if. What if I had done this? What if I pursued this? What if I did that? But all that leads to is just regret, right? When you get too old to the point where you can no longer do things that you wanted to do or pursue those things, why would you want to live life with regret? Looking back and say, man, if only I had done this, or if only I was more of this or more of that. I understand if there's regret in certain cases, in the sense that, like, sometimes we can look back at a situation and say, man, I wish I had done this differently. But in hindsight, right, a lot of times we were just operating, doing the best that we could with the information that we knew at that time. So it's easy to look back at a situation and wish you had done something differently because you're just wiser, right? But in those cases where you know for a fact you did the best that you could in those cases, you can find peace with that. You don't have to beat yourself up because you always gonna grow and expand and become a better person over time. So it's okay to make peace with the decisions you made back then if those were the best decisions you could have made at that time. I'm talking about people that know that they could be better and do things better and operate better, but choose not to because they rather be comfortable. People who would just lack the discipline or decide not to make the sacrifices for the things that they actually want in life because it's easy for them to be comfortable and not really do more. I want each and every person that stumbled across these videos, my channel, whatever it is, to live their life to the fullest potential, right? To become that person that they've always wanted to become, to accomplish the things that they wanted to do, right? To live out the dreams that they envision in their mind that they've already lived, that is just that movie playing over and over and over of who they are, of what they want to be and the position that they want to be in, right? Those are the people I'm talking to. Those are the people that I want them to live up to their fullest potential because that is what's going to make this life most memorable and enjoyable, right? I would like to think everyone wants to look back and reflect on their lives and just have happy memories and just think of all the things that they've done and accomplished and have that put a smile on their face because they're proud that they're proud that they did what they did because that is what made them most happy and was most fulfilling to them. That's what I want out of the people. I don't want there to be just one Michael Jordan and one LeBron James, right? I want there to be more because those are people that are going out and are disciplined and are focused and are trying to live their life to the greatest potential. The reason why all these people are one of one is because they were some of these select few that decided to go all in, that decided to go all out in whatever it is that they wanted to pursue. I don't want that, even though I understand that it's rare, I don't want it to be rare. I want that to be the norm. I want that to be common for people to pursue what it is that they enjoy, to try to see how far they could take it and not live their lives wondering what if. Why can't we have more Michael Jordans? Why can't we have more LeBron Jameses? Why can't we have more people? And you don't even have to be athletes. Why can't we have more chefs that are great chefs, right? Because I, as a food lover, want to try all the as many of the cuisines as I can around the world and try the best foods, not eating food from people who could care less about how their food comes out, right? I want people who are going to be the best doctors, the best engineers, the best architects, whatever it is. If you've been dreaming since a child to launch your own clothing brand and you've had infinite number of ideas of clothing pieces and I want to see you do that. I want to see what your work of art is. If you're a painter, an actual artist where you work on a canvas, I want to see what your work looks like. I want to see what that looks like if you decide to lock in and focus on that to be the best you can at that. I want to see your work. I want to see people who are going to be committed and put their best foot forward because it's not hard to find someone who's committed. Well, it can be a challenge to find someone because it's rare, but in the sense of like, it's not hard to spot that person out. When you do come across it, you can see who's actually committed versus who's not. There's no special level of genius or IQ you need to have to be disciplined, to want to progress forward and want to be the best at it. All it requires is just discipline and being focused and being relentless and not worrying about all these other external variables or circumstances, right? Just locking in on this and saying, you know what, I'm going to be the best at this and no one's going to stop me. That is someone who understands that they're capable and will succeed. It's not a matter of if. At that point, it's inevitable. It's a certainty. All it is just a matter of time until it all unfolds, until the rest of the world catches up. And that's what I need you to believe. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be you just being a brand new parent, right? And you wanting to be the very best parent possible for your child so that you can give them the best life possible. It can be you as a teacher wanting to be the best teacher, the best version of yourself so that you can provide kids with the most quality education, because you can be working as a teacher in a school or an area that the students haven't been able to receive the best education. whether that's because of funding for the school, resources, whether that could be the teachers themselves that might not be the most qualified, or teachers that are just working the job just as an income rather than that being something that they're passionate about. You can be the best at something. If you just decided to lock in and tell yourself that that's what you're going to do, that it's going to happen. It doesn't matter what it is. You can find the way to be the best. You can hone in and really live up to your fullest potential. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be a job or occupation. It could be even a hobby. It can be something that you enjoy doing, that you can just decide that you want to be the best at it and that you are going to be the best at it. I want to see people living up to their fullest potential, because then that's when they're at their happiest, because they're pursuing something that they really enjoy, that they're intrinsically motivated to go after. I don't want there to just be one Michael Jordan, one LeBron James. I want there to be Michael Jordans and LeBron James across all the industries around the world. Across, doesn't matter your age, ethnicity, your religious views. It doesn't matter any of that. I want people that are going to decide that they're going to be the best at what they do, and be happy and be motivated and be inspired, so that they can make a difference in the world and inspire the next wave of people to know that it's okay to do something different. It's okay to just pursue what it is that you enjoy. So find something you're passionate about and focus on that, and just strive to be the best, because you don't know where it'll take you. And it can end up giving you the most enjoyable, fulfilling life. And then when you do get older, when time does go by, right, you're able to look back and smile and be proud, or still be living that same dream life that you envisioned when you were a kid. So allow your imagination to run wild. Allow the inner kid in you to continue existing. Never put that person away, right? Because that person knows all the answers. That person knows the truth. That person knows your true joy and your happiness. So go pursue that, whatever it is. Right? Be the best that you can be, and just put your best foot forward towards what makes you happy, towards what you're good at, and help share that same love, showcase that same love and appreciation you have for what it is for the rest of the world to see. So, again, guys, show up, and I'm out. See you guys for the next video.